Well, hey guys, hey, it's me again, it's Steve, and welcome back on this wonderful, cool Sunday afternoon. Well, today on the Little Wood Shop, we're continuing a video from last week. We released a blog with a video talking about how we did a custom engraved bar top for a client. Well, that transpired into something a little bit bigger. I had another client who happened to come in here while it was drying, or it was dried, waiting to be picked up. Fell in love with it, wanted to know if it was possible to do something even a little more crazier with it. That's sitting behind us, and we'll get to that in a minute. Well, this gentleman wanted to build a beautiful log bed. We've also got a video coming up on that. I've got to piece the rest of it together this week to get it out to you, but as we had mentioned in the bar top, basically everything and every technique that I used to make the bar top, I used to make this headboard. This is going into an absolutely beautiful California King log bed. Four beautiful cedar posts. This is going to really be a nice job when it's done, I think. Well, the one thing we wanted to do, and we had mentioned this in the bar top video, was I wanted to make a tutorial on how to program and lay out these big scenes like this. Now granted, this is really not going to help you guys out, unfortunately, I'm sorry, with the smaller desktop stuff. But if you've got a machine with at least a 3 or a 4 foot long spoiler board on it, where you have 3 or 4 feet of actual millable space, my table is 4 wide and 3 high, so I'm able to do at least up to that. Now if I had a full 8-foot bed, wow, I can't imagine what I could concoct, but nonetheless, on with our story. Okay, grab my script and my glasses, so we're getting close to 50. Okay, large scale scene applications. Why do we mill stuff like this? Well, I can give you the 4 solid reasons up here why we do. Bar tops and headboards, and this was an experiment that is actually, I hope, is going to take off. The other one is wainscoting. I have done some wainscoted panels with engravings on them for folks. They wanted something outside of bead boards, so hey, work. Large signage. Yeah, you could piece together a large sign for maybe a camp, something rustic. Not so much for commercial business, but you could do a large scale engraving on a sign, by all means. And then the 5th one I haven't done yet. I'm going to experiment with this in my own home, but what I'm interested in is doing panels up my staircases. I have an open staircase up into my loft, into my bedroom. It's got baluster rails on it. It's all open, as is most of my home. But I would like to insert panels on a theme of, say, either a large predatorial cat or maybe a bear. And do the panels. They're going to be trapezoid in shape so that they can fit in where the stairs go up. And each one of them would be representative of something. You know, either a large predatory cat chasing after, I don't know, maybe a ram or a goat or something, another sheep, I'm not sure. That's in the works. Okay. Well, what we're going to teach you ultimately in this video, and part of the surprise for it as well, is I took the last 4 days, I programmed a big package of landscapes, animals, trees, mountain scene. It's a good package. You get the original PNG file, and all of these files came from openclipart.org. Okay? We'll get into a little bit more in the video about your imagery and whatnot. But I went into openclipart.org and I acquired through them because they are free use for personal and or commercial. Okay? They're a very nice website to deal with. I don't know the names of all the artists, but like I said, I kept all the original PNG files so that you can see the physical picture that I rendered. I then took that PNG, I ran it through Inkscape, and I did put it into a scalable graphic vector file. In my case, I used all EPS, encapsulated post scripts. Well, from there, I took all those EPS files, I ran them through VCarve Pro, and then I also made you CRV files. You've got the picture, the PNG, you've got a scalable vector graphic file, which is an EPS, and then you have the actual CAD file, which is a CRV. Okay? We're going to show you guys how to build a scene like this. Not this exact scene, because this center one was one that I had to purchase from an online retailer, okay? But we're going to show you how to use some free utilities and some free things out there, how to go in and how to build one of these scenes. Okay? Well, you stay tuned. We're going to move this down into my home office. I've got dual monitors down there. It makes doing the instructional video into this with the CAD software easier, I think, for everybody. So you hang on 1 minute. We'll be right back. All right, guys. Thank you so much. All right. Well, hey, guys. We made it down to the home office, so that's a good thing. Excuse me. All right. Well, what you see open is VCarve Pro. Okay. We're going to create a new file, and I am going to not quite max this job out for my machine. Okay. I am going to do my width, or my X, at 48, and I am going to do my height at 18. Okay, we're going to leave it at that. Our thickness, 2.5 inches for a slab, is about normal. Okay, we're going to minimize this. Now, the other thing I'm going to show you really quick, we're going to bring this in because this is what's nice about dual screens. These may be a little small for you to see, but this is the package that I just spent the last 3 or 4 days programming. Let's extra large the icons. Everything included, you end up getting, and we'll go from top left. This is the CRV file we mentioned. This is the completed CAD file. The CAD file was created from the EPS file, which I converted through Inkscape, free open source. Anybody who does any graphic design work knows what Inkscape is. And that EPS file originated from this PNG file. And every file that's in here originated from openclipart.org, okay? Free personal, free commercial usage. I am in no way charging anything for any of this. If you guys ever see this package online, okay, please send me an email because somebody's behind is in trouble. Even though these images are free to use for whatever purpose you find, you cannot take another artist's work, put your name on it, and sell the imagery. You can't do it. And even if you can, you shouldn't, because morally it's wrong, okay? Now, you'll notice on Mr. Raccoon, he's got a number associated with him. If you went to openclipart.org and you were to right-click and copy the name of this particular picture, drop it in, this is who's going to come up. The artist's name will be attached to it, okay? I just want to disclose all that because by no means can I even draw stick people for Hangman, okay? Well, we'll give you a little quick brief one. We got you the charging Kodiak bear. We got you a beautiful blue-winged teal duck. We've got you some trees. Again, a CRV, an EPS, and then your PNG file for everything, okay? You've also got a group of 7 trees here for your landscape. You got everything from hardwoods to evergreens to ornamentals, all right? This one I think is going to go over pretty good with you fellas, okay? Here's a nice buck jumping over a nice log. Well, again, we took that PNG, we converted it to your EPS, and then to your CAD CRV file, all right? Okay. An American eagle, we got you some big black bears, couple moose. We got a cute little piece of landscaping here with the cabin on the hill. Further down, yep, there's our moose. We have some various landscapes. Now, every one of these again came out of openclipart.org, okay, and they are not mine, and I did not draw them, but I do feel it necessary to just emphasize that. All right, okay. Now, I'm gonna, because of dual monitors, I'm gonna get this out of the way. The one thing I do, as with any landscape, if you've already got CRV files, which you clearly do, okay, you've got all your CRV files in here, I'm going to start dragging in what I think I'm gonna use. Okay, I'm going to drag in this moose tower. Okay, and once you drag them in, you can either leave them on the whiteboard. Consider this no different than I don't know, than your drawing, and or better yet, what would be a good? My granddaughter plays with sticky picture books. You know, you get a picture of the jungle. You can either stick the monkey on the tree, or you can stick him on a vine, or whatever. Okay, well, this is kind of that. Well, let's say also that maybe we need. Oh goodness, we need a loon in here. We want a loon swimming in the water. Well, we're going to drag in Mr. Loon. Okay, now Mr. Loon is up here. Okay, well, I've already gone through a lot of this, so I just want to show you over here my new palette. All right, here we have our landscape that we've decided we're going to use. Okay, and there's a pile of stuff in these folders for you guys to download. Again, please go in. You help yourself. I want you to share them. Spread the joy and the happiness, all right? And again, these you are able to use for commercial purposes. So yes, I programmed you an entire scene package that if you want, you can go out, you can put something together, you can mill it, and you can sell it. Yeah, you're welcome. That's right. I don't mind doing this stuff for you guys, okay? Well, let's say that this is the basis for our landscape right here. We're gonna use this actual scene, the mountains and whatnot. Well, we notice that it's also not big enough. I don't want to try to stretch this and make it look stupid. Well, let's say for the point of this tutorial, in the water here, I want to add a couple loons. All right. Well, we drag them over onto our gray board. Now let's drag them from our gray board onto our white board. Wow, we're going to drop our loons in here. All right, now we can take these loons. Remember, you can scale them, and if I'm going a little quickly here for you guys, I'm sorry. I hold down the left button on my mouse. I create the box. I highlight everything, and then you got to click somewheres on either one of these loons again. Okay, the box comes up. I can now size these up or down. I want to try to keep the scale somewhat. Okay, well now we got a couple loons in here swimming around out in this body of water. Now these two loons originated from this one loon right here. All right. Basically what I did with him was I popped his head off of him. I just connected it at a couple node points. I flipped his head around. I turned it the other way. I reconnected all the nodes. And in these two, I downsized one a little smaller. It's the identical loon, and I put it next to him. Pow, there he is. And you can move him wherever you'd like. Okay? Now the bigger loon, well, maybe you want him in there instead of the two that are side by side. Highlight him. Oh goodness. Loused him up there. Didn't grab all of the other one. All right, let's get these guys out of the way. They're going to stay down on the lower end of your gray board. We highlight our bigger guy here, and let's drag him in. Well, to scale, I mean, yeah, this loon looks as though Godzilla just rose up out of this lake. So let's downsize him. We'll scale him down a little. If we want to know exactly how big he is, we can come over to Transform Objects and we can set Selected Object Size. Oh my goodness, he's still 3 inches high. So let's take him down to 2 inches in height. If our link X and Y is still clicked, then CAD will automatically compensate for it. We apply that. Okay. Well, he now looks just a wee bit better. All right. Well, let's also say that you guys want to do a mountain range off the backside of this, okay? Well, this is a little bit more advanced, okay? But I'm going to show you guys really quick how to do this. We're going to come in here. Now we've highlighted we just highlighted the physical mountain. These are the ridge lines coming down from the other two mountains that are attached to this vector. Alright, we come in here. We're going to click on Edit Objects, Node Editing. Alright. Now it just so happens that I have a pair of nodes right here. I'm going to delete that gap. Delete span. Okay, I'm going to delete that span again. Now what I want to do is I want to attach these two together. Okay. I'm going to use Join or Close Vectors with a Smooth Curve. It's going to look more like a mountaintop, I think, if it's got a smooth curve versus a straight line. Okay. We're going to come down here. Oh, look at that. I may have forgotten a few things in here. I'm sorry, guys. I worked rather diligently to get this done and out so that we could get this package together for you guys, and hopefully some of you take advantage of it and start building your own scenes. Okay, we're going to come in here again under Node Mode. Okay, I'm gonna insert a point here. Right click, insert another point. Now we do have a video on node editing on our website at thelittlewoodshop.com. Okay, feel free to check us out. We're going to delete the span there. We're going to delete the span there. I'm going to highlight these, and I'm going to join the vectors with a smooth curve again. Okay, we're going to come down here. Let's come on over. We'll scale out to make it a little quicker. We're going to come up. This is the last point. Okay, this is the shoreline that now runs in. Okay, now we're going to delete. We're going to delete the span here. I'm going to put a little node in. Actually, no. We're just going to. No, we're going to add a node. We're going to insert a node here. We're going to delete the span here. Okay. Now I'm going to basically just connect these two by editing objects, and we're going to close with a smooth curve. Alright, now we have just basically isolated this entire half of this little mountain. Okay, what we're going to do is you're going to come over to Edit Objects, Selection Mode, hold down your Shift key, hold down your Shift key, come over here and highlight. Now yes, you're also going to highlight some other stuff you don't want. So holding down your Shift key, go back, okay, and re-highlight or unhighlight the stuff that you want to leave. Now we lost a little couple pieces here. Still holding your Shift key down. All right. Oops. We're going to come in. Somewheres on your highlighted area, left click it one more time. Now you see all your nodes come up. Alright, you're going to right click, you're going to click copy, you're going to right click again, you're going to hit paste. I want you to take the center node and I want you to drag this copy right out of the way, okay? Now, we kind of just hurt ourselves here a little bit, but not too bad. Alright, again, hold down your Shift key. I've got to go back and I've got to highlight the things here that I didn't get the first swipe. Oh goodness. Oh, stop that. Alrighty. Once we have all this stuff highlighted, alright, what we're going to do is we're going to flip it. Oh my goodness, I got to stop hitting that. Alright, everything is now lit up. You can take your finger off the Shift key. Come over to Transform Objects. And under Transform Objects, Mirror Selected Objects, and we're going to throw him to the right. Okay? And we're going to pull him in. Now, if we wanted to keep him like this, we could. Now, how would we do this so we don't have all this overlay on top of each other? Well, you go in and very slowly you get rid of anything that's laying on top of something else, okay? Now we also notice that this line here goes over. Well, go back into your node editing, And then right here, right click, delete that span. Down here, right click, delete span. Now these two nodes, I'm going to pull this guy back just a titch bit. Okay, I'm going to join these two with a smooth curve. Alrighty. Now we've still got a little remnant left over. It's highlighted. Just hit your delete key. He's gone. Now what you have done is you have successfully put a mirrored image of this mountain. Okay, the other thing I want to do is I want to come up here and maybe stretch him out a little. Okay? And you could probably kind of do the exact same thing over here. Alrighty. And then if you wanted, you could go in, you could edit the node and join the vectors, okay? We're not going to go too crazy in depth, but I want you guys to just to get an idea of this. Now, let's say, I don't know, maybe over here you wanted to put in a little something. Maybe you could put in this, oh goodness, what do we got we could add? We got a moose here. Big old bullwinkle. He's rummaging around in the water. Well, he clearly is about the size of the mountain. So again, we've got to rechange how we scale him. Now we go to transform objects, or we can scale him down right here. Okay. I actually like to look at the dimension. Okay, he's still 8 inches tall. Well, he's really pretty big. All right. I'm going to scale him down even a little bit more. Okay. Now we can put him anywheres. Now, although it's open over here, alas, we could still do more. Don't be afraid to copy and swipe parts of water and build water up around him, okay? This is, like I said, this is strictly, I'm flying off the cuff with this. There is no plan here. I'm making this up as I go. Okay, now with this is also a little engraving. I'm sorry, it's a vector graphic of a little cabin up on a hill. Now, I could probably somehow tie this in with all this if I wanna work it just right. It looks to be a little bit crowded, so let's shrink it. Okay. Now we've got the trees and the foliage in the background. I think what we're going to do is we're going to cut a couple vector paths, a couple tool paths, so we can kind of get an idea for how this thing is starting to look. I still think my moose is kind of big. Okay, so we're going to come into transform objects. His heights, I'm going to pull him down to 4.5 inches tall just to get him a little bit more believable. Now, like I said, you can go in here and you could come in and you can highlight all this. Okay. Highlight it all. Right click, copy, right click, paste. Grab your center node. Pull that water you just made out. Okay, and you can go in and you can literally do a patch of water around him like that. This is my imagination. Maybe yours is better than mine. Maybe I'm helping you with yours. But seriously, you know, this is how a big scene would be done now, and this is done through an open source Clipart website, which encourages people to share their stuff and use it however they see fit. Okay. I just merely went in, grabbed images that were pertinent to things that I would be building, and I just opted to share all this with you guys. That's just the kind of guy I am, okay? All right, let's come in, and maybe we, just to see what it looks like, we'll throw one big engrave here. We'll shoot the whole thing, all right? Let's calculate 3 open vectors. Okay. Now, I haven't put this piece together yet. I have no idea how it's going to come out or how it's going to look. Okay, let's close him. Let's minimize you. I don't know how, I must have touched the top one up here. Okay, let me bring this down and let me look at, let me make sure I get this out. We don't need this thing firing all sorts of stuff. It don't need to be. Okay. Alright, I think I got it all. Alrighty. Okay, let's calculate that again. Yeah. And you may want to take and move this stuff further out of the way so that when you do go to highlight everything, you have absolutely nothing in your way. You know, move it up out of the way. There we go. All right, let's take a peek now at what it is we just engraved. Take that off. Reset. Let's preview all these toolpaths. Okay, in they go. Let's set him to black. And there we have it. Now, some of these show up a little bit better than others. Reason being for that is we ran a cut depth at only 30 thousandths. A lot of this is going to need to be milled lightly. The moose is a very, very high definition engraving. The lines for the mountains will need to go probably a little bit deeper. But all in all, I would have to say this is a nice engraving. I think it's going to come out absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's blow our picture back up. And again, you guys are merely limited to your own imagination. Okay, let me delete this out one last time. Let me highlight this whole image. We'll pull up V-Carve. Let me go 50 thousandths and see if we can't darken this up a little bit. Okay. We'll let it run its thinking process. Okay. We'll close it out. Click off of it. We're going to reset our preview and then we're going to preview all our toolpaths. Even at 50 thousandths. Oh, okay, and I know why this didn't show up. Because I have yet, I'm sorry, to come back in and reattach these. Okay, let's go back over to edit, node editing. Let's come in here. Okay, we're going to delete this span. All right. Now this is fun and easy. Here and here. Oh, hold down the shift key. Holding down the shift key. I don't know why it does not want to cooperate with me. Okay. We hold you. Oh, that's why, silly. Here and here. Okay, and I want to attach these two with a smooth curve. Same thing here. I want to attach these two with a smooth curve. We're basically putting back what we just took out. Okay, because that's why our engraving did not come out too well. Like I said, I haven't done this exact process yet myself. Okay, so we come back here. We have to go to Edit Objects, to Node Editing. We're going to delete that span that we put between there. We're going to go back to Selection Mode. So here to here, I am going to click on a smooth curve and a smooth curve. They're now reattached. Great. Alright, we're going to pull you back up. Same thing over here. We're going to come back in. Node editing. We're going to delete our span. Okay, we're going to go back to selection mode only. We're going to highlight these. And we're going to attach with a smooth curve and with a smooth curve. Great. Now, all of our graphics are complete. I just need to make sure that what we took out over here will in fact be alright. Yeah, everything looks good. Alrighty then. Great. Let's try this again. Okay. We're going to click on, that's why. Let's highlight the whole ball of wax. Let's highlight the whole ball of wax. And then we calculate. Although lines should be fine now. Okay, we're going to close this. Let's run it through. You can see now how things are they're not lit up too well. We're going to reset that preview now with the new Toolpath. And looky there. Great. Everything filled out nice. You could widen your mountain lines a little bit wider if you wanted. You could add more stuff. This island, you could go in and thin out some of the detail. The more detail, you will obviously have a longer milling time. But this is really pretty awesome. I mean, you could put a different moose on the lawn if you wanted, but you got a little cabin here. I think I'm actually going to save this for myself. You could swap out your loon. You could put something different in here. You could get rid of your moose if you wanted. Maybe you want Mr. Beaver in there or something. But there's a pile of stuff for you guys to go in and download. So please feel free. The other thing I want to show you really quick, and we're going to open up a brand new V-carve. Let's just say you guys want to do some big high detailed. I don't know, maybe you're going to make an end table, maybe you're going to make a cribbage table. 2 foot by 2 foot, same slab. Alright, what we're going to do here is we're going to pull in, I got a lot of deer hunters up by me, okay? We're going to pull in a copy of the whitetail, okay? I am going to resize this animal. This is just a 12 by 12 inch block. For his height, though, I'm sorry, it's a 24 by 24 inch working space. Width, we're going to go 23 inches wide. We're going to let it automatically compensate. Okay. Now, even using these standalone by themselves in the middle of something, guys, please help yourself. Enjoy. Calculate this whitetail. Okay, great. Let's close him out. Let's pull him up and let's look at him here. And there's a beautiful engraving, two-dimensional engraving of a white-tailed buck jumping over a log. You could go in and clean his shadow out if you wanted. I left it. But yeah, all this imagery has got a lot of use. I want you guys to please feel free to go in and enjoy it, to use it. One last one. The big bear. I love bears. What can I say? Alrighty. Let's get him centered. Same thing again. This is on a 24 inch by 24 inch slab. Look at whichever is bigger. My width is obviously bigger. So we're going to take him to 23 inches wide. It's going to automatically adjust him to 16 point. Oh, I can't see it that small. 15 point something inches high. We readjust him. Great. Let's come in. Let's highlight him. Let's light him up. If, however, you guys try to go in and you try to make him so he's, this same engraving is 3 inches high, there is so much detail inside this that you're going to probably mill into other toolpaths. So you may want to go in, if that's the case, and you'd have to remove some of the detail through node editing, alright? Now let's reset Mr. Deer. Let's preview Mr. Bear. There he is. These are drawings that I got out of a open source, free use, free for personal, free for commercial use. This is what we decided to do for you guys. I hope you enjoy them. put them to good use. Happy landscape and scene building. And from all of us, which is me here at the Little Wood Shop, I'd like to thank you guys for taking the time to watch me again. I hope you got something from this. Give this package away, and please, again, if you guys catch anybody selling this package, send me an email, because it ain't the right thing to be doing. This is other people's property. I've clearly expressed that. These are not my drawings. I just converted them, and I want to share them with all of you. To my subscribers, my viewers, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to try to keep them coming. I'm going to try to keep it interesting. Try to keep it real. Alright. Guys, enjoy what's left of your Sunday. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.